Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 5 of AEC Tier 1 with just me, Loveland, at the moment. Tom's mic has decided to break, so I'm just on my own. Obviously, Tom's controlling the stream at the moment, so I'm just going to try and commentate over what's going on best I can while we try to get Tom back. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Obviously, we had a break week last week, but last race was Silverstone, and I need to get the results up. And it was FGE back on top with FGE Welsh Jack, and a double podium because FGE Delta was P3. So back on their title hunt, because I believe they are top of the standings. And we've got DZ and Cavis back for TTM, who last time they raced got a 1-2. So it's going to be a very exciting evening tonight.
My laptop.
Yeah,
you
might have heard Tom in the background, but that was probably him just trying to sort his mic on the Streamlabs settings. But for now, it's just me. We are currently on board with AERT Shed, but I don't think we're going to be able to change. No, we are. So I'm just going to have to try and stick with what Tom's doing at the moment. But I'll try and give a good commentary, or best I can. Oh, see, we do have a Mercedes starting a lap, so they've gone out early doors, the SLRT. Oh no, that's just that's a Haas. Very nice. But it is IRT Kieran to start his lap, braking well into the past the 100-meter board, around the 70 board, getting it turned in nicely. All the power on the exit, doesn't lose the rear too badly. Now, which he does very nicely, uses all the track on the exit, got a bit. Seven zero, and he's absolutely flung it into the turn 4, I believe.
But no such problems for FGE standards coming through the final.
Apparently there's yeah, can you hear me? Oh, yep, you can. Well, I'm back. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm not in control of anything. I did just commentate a full lap of Stanners, and it was muted. So that was fun. Yeah, nothing I could do about the crackly audio. I don't really know what's going on. Give you a quick rundown of the initial runs. DZ put it on provisional pole with a 7.59, and as I was saying, the two FGE cars looking strong once again, continuing their form, and BRT adds in P4 for ERT. Exotic planes for ERT in P5, and very competitive times, you have to say. They're all very close. But yeah, we'll wait for our second round of runs. A few drivers having to go for a second run after invalidating their first. So we'll see what happens here. How's everyone's day anyway? I don't like commentating on my own, I never know what to say. Just sling the PC out the window, honestly, yeah. I think we got BXM for life is on a lap, or is he on an in lap? No, he is on an in lap. What, 14.3s? Interesting.
I don't know if anyone can hear me. If anyone can hear me,
got nothing going
how
on
are
at
we?
the moment, so... I can hear Tom. Hi,
Basically,
Tom.
what has
I
happened
can't hear you in the party, but...
No, you can't hear me in the part because I'm talking on my laptop. Anyway, basically, I'll tell you what happened. I set it all up perfectly, you know, here we are, ready to stream. I've had these fucking headphones for at least 2 years. And essentially, I pulled it out by accident when I was in the party, and now it won't plug back in. So yeah, I mean, do I sound all right? Can people hear me? It is my laptop mic, so it's not going to be great.
Yeah, you sound fine.
I sound fine. I mean, we can do this, but you're listening to me through the
We
through
can
the
do
stream.
it, it's just... We're going to be talking over each other a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's up to you, mate. If that's what people want to do, you know, it's better than nothing, innit? It's better. I suppose it's better than nothing. What do we reckon? Yeah, I sound a bit different because I'm on my laptop mic, Baldy, mate.
as
That's
well.
why. Yeah, Loveland, we've just got to go with it, mate. I think we've just got to go with it, lad, to be honest. It's better than nothing. There's not a lot I can do, to be honest. There's nothing, literally nothing I can do. There's probably going to be a bit of background noise as well. It's just a one-off, innit? We'll get the mic sorted for next week.
It's going to be so painful.
You can join an Xbox party. Discord call.
Oh, Discord call.
Yeah, but you can't include Discord call on the stream, so you won't be able to hear Loveland. It's up to you, lads. You know, you're the one watching. It's your viewing experience. Jeff, get the mic up. Lennon, I literally just broke it by accident. Anyway, we've got people on laps, Loveland. You know, this is just going to be painful, but it's a one-off. Enjoy the stream as much as you can. Mr. What was it? Is it Cavis or something like that? I forgot his name actually. Is it KVS? Something like that.
KVS,
he is on a lap. He's currently sat in P14. It might not sound me best because I'm a bit demoralised because my mic's broke. And I love that mic because I've had that mic for 2 years and now it's broke. Anyway, Mr. Deasy sat in pole position. Your FG sat in 2 and 3. Adds in P4, but Mr. Is it Cavius? I believe that's his name. Is on his way after sector 1. So it's a 27 flat. Is 1.6 seconds up on his time. And his teammate currently sat in pole position. Could he maybe match his teammate, get himself on to the front row? Bit of traffic in front of him. One of the Bunga boys is going to move out the way, and he does move out the way. Very nice of him, causing yellow flags whilst doing so. Mr. Cavius now entering the final part of the lap, halfway through his lap. Slings it around the right corner now, flat through here. Doesn't want to invalidate, doesn't invalidate. Keeps it nice, 4.9 seconds up on his time. Here he goes then. There's a few more corners to go. His teammate currently sat on pole position with a 14.7. Welsh Jackie's on an outlap. Stanners also on an outlap. Round the penultimate corner, now round the final corner. Hugs the right-hand side, levels it up, doesn't invalidate, keeps it nicely on its way to the line and goes P4 with a 15 flat.
Yep, very strong lap from KVS. TTM showing their form, but Stanners is a 10th up and currently on course for provisional pole. So it looks like an all-out shootout between FGE and TTM tonight. He's coming round the penultimate corner, gets the traction down very nicely. Now has to go as close to the wall as he can. He decides to take a bit of a wider line, which is always good. Get all the speed on the exit, use the exit curb. It's going to be a 1:14.641, and he goes over a 10th clear of TTM DZ, who is on the lap himself, but he's half a 10th down in sector 1. What's the middle split saying? He's half a 10th up. Here we go.
Welsh Jack is on a good lap here. Stan has just gone to pole position here. Over 1.5 tenths up in his time now, Mr. Welsh Jack. If you watched the race a few weeks ago, he caused absolutely carnage. Joined FG now, and he's doing very well indeed. FG, who are currently 70, 76, I want to say 73, something like that, points clear at the top of the leaderboard. Anyway, comes around the final corner, levels it up nicely. He's currently sat in P3. He's not P3 anymore. He is now P1, and it's an FG front row.
Yeah, what a set of runs for FGE, both in the sixes. DZ did improve to a 6.74, but it's unfortunately not enough to topple the McLarens of the FGE boys. Jaeger UK went into P5, and so did Exotic into P4, so AERT looking very strong, trying to get in the mix. AERT Ched, who I believe isn't driving for AERT, he is driving for BRT. He goes into P7 with a 15.1, just 3 thousandths ahead of BRT Abs. So very strong set of runs from them as well. Stabby into P6. So very strong lap from the IRT driver. 14.9 getting in the mix. And it's looking like a big shootout, but we've got one more set of runs and 3 drivers all in the hunt for pole.
I don't know if anyone has just joined, but basically we had some mic issues on my end. Completely not my fault. Yeah, so it's not going to be your traditional stream. You know, it might sound a little bit different. Me and Loveland can't actually hear each other. He's listening to the stream, so waiting until I finish talking. So it's going to be a bit different. I hope it's okay. It's a one-off. We're trying our best to make it as enjoyable as we possibly can. Just stick with us with it, okay? You know, it's annoying. It's frustrating as hell. But we've tried our best, and this is the only solution that I can really think of. So this is the one we're going with. My laptop mic is going to get us through the end of the race. Yeah, so we're going to have a couple of seconds delay in between me and Loveland talking, because that's just the way it's going to be. Anyway, 5 minutes to go. FG front row.
Yeah, nothing really happening at the moment. Everyone in the pits getting ready for their final runs. Obviously, no toes around this track. The straight just isn't long enough to get a big advantage. So, I don't think we'll see any interesting tactics between teams. So it's all out pace alone. And one of the SLR guys has gone out very early, SLR Ham. So, looking for some screen time, which we're more than happy to give, I think. But yeah, got any predictions, Tom? I mean, I know you'll be very delayed when you give an answer, but worth a shot.
People are going to start coming out very soon. Currently no one out on track apart from Crispy, and he's not on the track anymore. He is on his way out. Top 3 clear. And they are clear, Adrian. They are 3/10 clear, or 2.5 tenths clear of Exotic Plains. Exotic Plains, I bring it up every time I see him race. France, Season 4, I want to say. Tier 1. He was leading the race. Penultimate corner. It is painful, Loveland. It is. I know it's fucking painful. But yeah, honestly, lad, I wouldn't blame you if you want to go, you know what, Tom, I'm going to call it a day there. If you want to stick with it, feel free. But if you honestly, if it's, I genuinely would not blame you if you just want to go, I'll come back next week. No, Rage, he's listening to the stream. And then
I'll stick it out for now.
We can't talk to each other. That's just the way it is. It's painful. I'm literally going to order a mic tonight, and it'll come tomorrow. I've had it 2 years. It's never broke on me, and it literally broke as I was talking to Loveland about today's stream. It's just painful. But yeah, I mean, he could get in a Discord call and listen to me if he wanted to do that. But then you could listen to me, Loveland. It's up to you if you want to do it like that, and then talk through the Xbox party like you're doing. If that makes sense.
Sorry, I'm just trying to brainstorm here. I'll just stick it out for qualifying. We'll see how it goes. But SLR Ham, he is on a lap. Did a purple first sector allegedly, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. But comes into the middle split looking for a mid 53, and he's done just that, 53.4. So 2 tenths up, looking around that P8 mark. So that would be very strong if SLR can get up to the top 10. Now the penultimate corner and fling it into the first corner. Look at all the cars on the track map. Going to be a lot of traffic for them drivers starting laps now. But SLR Ham comes through the final corner onto the straight. It's a 14.9 into P6. Great lap from the SLR driver.
Brainstorm. I might have. Does anyone know, any techie lads know, if I was to get party chat on my phone, would it come through the stream? So we could talk like that. Does anyone know? Would my voice come through the party chat if I spoke on my phone? If it's a yes, we're on to something. If it's a no, then we're not. Anyway, we've got lads on laps. I think so. Yes, it would. Perfect. Right. I have got about 2 minutes to sort that out at the end of quali, and I will sort it out ASAP. Okay. We're gonna test it. Anyway, bloody hell, Mr. Kieran goes flying off track. That could be the end of his run there. I don't know who else was off. I think it might have been Ched. It was Ched. Anyway, we've got a minute 20 to go. Who is going to get pole position? We are going to test that, Logan. So hold fire on that. You can still go. You can still talk through your party, and I'll try and do it from the phone. Okay. Perfect. Right then. Some drivers are moving up. I think Cavius has gone into P4 there, or someone moved up. Definitely, I think it was Cavius. Yeah, he did. He got into P4. Right, Loveland, over to you. 2 second delay.
Yeah, strong lap from KVS, but can't match his teammates 0.6, and obviously he has not got any more time in the session, so KVS will be P4 at best, and FGE will definitely have both cars ahead of one TTM driver, so good stuff from them, and they are both on laps now, just directly behind one another. Stanners, the first car, tucks the inside absolutely beautifully. Now power down, flings it through the right, which basically isn't even a corner in these cars. What's his first sector? It's the 26.9, half a tenth up. He keeps finding pace. Welsh Jack didn't quite see if he was up, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. Coming through the middle sector now, Stanners. Will he fling it in? Yes, he does, but maybe a bit too committed. Loses the rear. He might have lost about half a tenth from that, but we'll see. Bit wide on entry, but gets it hooked up nicely. Runs a bit wide, and that should be the end of his lap because he is invalidated. So we'll go on board with Welsh Jack because he is the FG driver on a mission. He's done a 53.2 middle. He's half a tenth up on his current pole position time. We could be seeing a 0.5 here if Jack can sort it out. Might even get a slight distant toe down to the start-finish line. Uses all the track on exit, now flings it through the right. Will he get a bit of a toe? Yes, he will. Good teamwork from FGE. What's it going to be for Welsh Jack? A 14.597 and pole position at the moment for Welsh Jack.
Well, here we go then, because Mr. Daisy is on a good lap himself. He's currently sat in P3. Mr. Cavius is done, but Daisy, around the final corner, he's not going to nick it from FGE, is he? He is! He bloody is! He bloody has! And Daisy, with a 14.5, goes currently sat in pole position. Jägermeister is currently 3 tenths up on his time. Surely Mr. Jägermeister is not going to be nicking it at the death here. He's the only driver currently on a lap. He's the last driver out on track. Mr. Jägerbombs comes around the final corner here. He's surely not going to do it. He isn't. He goes P2. Almost though. 0.5 as well. Bloody hell. Poor blimey. Right, let's go and test it.
Yeah, Easy does take hold on. The FG drivers just didn't have enough in their final runs, and they won't even have a car on the front row. We've got 3 teams in the top 6, a bit of a mix. We've got 1 TTM, 1 AERT, 2 FGE, an AERT, and KVS for TTM. So a very juicy race in store, just 2 tenths separating the top 6. So very strong from these drivers. BXM also put his car into P10. The solo IFE driver, I might say. I might be wrong. But yeah, we'll give this mic thing a test and hopefully get that sorted. There is your classification. TTM DZ on pole and TTM looking to close the gap in the title, but can they do it in the race? We will find out. Jaeger UK have a very strong lap at the end of the session to go P2. Welsh Jack for FGE, followed by his teammate Stanners, Exotic Planes for AERT, and KVS in P6. Then we've got Ched for BRT, Ham, Stabby, BXM, Kieran, Ads having a bit.
Right, lads. Basically, we can't do the chat because it doesn't come through the stream. Loveland has dipped. I don't blame him. He is gone. So it is me on my own. I genuinely don't blame the guy. It's painful. It's one of them things. I don't even know if we can have sound audio, game audio. So it's just going to be me. Still here. It's just painful. I literally that mic, £2.50 headphones they were from Tesco. They did me a service. Let me tell you, I got me money's worth out of them. I mean, let me tell you, they have been through thick and thin. I might frame them, to be honest. They might get framed. So yeah, I am now talking through my laptop. It'll be sorted for next week. I hope you stick with it. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. How do I sound? Do I sound all right? Oh yeah, I sound fine. I sound fine. All right, this will work, lads. This will work. This is fine. It's just me on my own. How are we anyway? Sound fine. Perfect. Perfect. How are we? Are we all okay? Because I'm okay. But yeah, Loveland, I appreciate you helping and everything. You can ready up, by the way, lads. I think everyone's died. What do you mean? Oh, in the chat. There's all sorts going on. You've got Yarno streaming. You know, you've got Bunga streaming. You've got. Oh yeah, yeah, but that's fine. Honestly, we get the what's it called? Like the stream debrief kind of thing at the end of the stream, and you can see when the viewers join, and like 75% of the viewers join for the final like 10 laps. So we've got 25 viewers now. By the end of the race, that'll be near like 40, 45. That's just the way it is. People only join for the end. So anyone who it is now, credit to you. We can ready up, by the way, lads. We can ready up. We can ready up. So if anyone wants to. Oh shit, we're going. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights on our way, and we go. DC's on pole. Mr. Jaeger's bogged down a little bit. Welsh Jack has got a good little launch here. Mr. Stan has also got a good launch. And is he going to go up the inside of Jaeger bomb? Surely he isn't. Actually, yes he is. Straight up the inside of Mr. Jaeger there. Jaeger now in a sandwich. He's in a sandwich. He's in an FG sandwich. Oh, the Mr. Exotic Planes now sat behind him. You've got Mr. BXM also now on the back of Exotic Planes. Exotic Plane sends it up the inside here of Mr. Cavius. Cavius now has the inside line on Exotic Planes. They go wheel to wheel through turn 4. Bloody hell, Corporal. I mean, what a start! Let me tell you, Mr. Ched in Tier 1, who'd have thought that? Goes wide there, BXM, and looks like Mr. SLR Ham is now going to have a run. Mr. Death Curb, you never want to touch your right wheel on that one, let me tell you. So here we go then. It is starting to get lively through the chicane they go. Mr. DZ currently leading the way. Let's get some telemetry and data and all that. How are we all? That was a clean start. I thought it was a pretty clean start, if I'm going to be honest with you, lads. So DZ is leading the way. He did start in pole position. Yes, he did. Welsh Jack starting in P3. He's moved up a position. Stanners has moved up a position as well. Mr. Jaeger's down 2. You've got Ched has stayed in 1. And Mr. Olaf is up 3. So is Crispy. Mr. Olaf, though, has got a bit of company around the side of him. And that is his teammate. Round the outside, Mr. Turbo goes. And now... So DZ gets fast like on the hard tyre. Let's quickly check tyres. Mr. Ched is the only driver in the top 7, top 9 in fact, who started on the medium tyre. So lap 2 is underway. Deezy's leading the way. Welsh Jack in P2. Stanners P3. It looks like Olaf has dropped a few positions there. He has. He's gone wide. So has Renz. Renz has gone wide. Hartig has been passed by Olaf, and he goes past him as well. And there is a yellow flag for Ads. And Ads, you can't park there, sir. You can't park there. Mr. Ads has dropped down to the back of the field. Olaf is also dropping a few positions as well. He's now down to P17. Couple of drives on the mediums, not doing great. Olaf and Renz currently sat P16, P17. But DZ out in front, 0.5 seconds ahead of Welsh Jack. FG, who are currently leading the championship, are doing a very good start here, currently sat in P2 and P3. So, just for everyone who's not here, basically I had a mic issue, which meant me and Loveland could not hear each other. I am now talking through my laptop. So the sound might be a bit different, but I am trying my best. So yeah, it's just one of them. I will order a mic tonight, and we should have it for next week. Well, we will have it for next week. So Mr. Jaeger sets the fastest lap of the race. We now start lap 3. Turbo takes it straight off him there. Mr. Kieran sat P11 behind his teammate. Kieran, you don't want to do what you did last week, mate, or 2 weeks ago, when he took out his teammate, Mr. Lighty. So currently it's at P11 and 10 IART. Stabby, who has had a Tier 1 podium before. Don't remember what track it was, but he did get one. No idea what track it was actually. Might have been Kota. No idea. Anyway, not a lot is happening in terms of people moving around. Only DZ. Hello, Grumpy. I'm here as well, but I'm here with Loveland's spirit as well. Loveland decided he didn't want to do it anymore. You know, he's left me. Absolutely disgraceful, to be totally honest. No, I'm joking. Basically, mic issues meant we couldn't hear each other, and I am now talking through my laptop. So, Mr. Stabby has gone round. Oh, he's lost a bit of his wing as well. And you know what, Stabby? You know what you can't do, mate? You can't park there, sir. It looks like he has lost his... No, he looks okay, actually. No damage for him, but Stabby is now at the back of the field and is currently sat in P18. So, lap 4 underway. DZ leads the way. Welsh Jack is sat in P2. All on the hard tyres. Ched, who started on the mediums, hasn't really fought his way through the field. Hello, Eric. Welcome in. But yeah, Ched on the mediums, his strategy is to go on the softer compound and then pit for the harder compound. Ched has not fought his way through the field as much as you can. Mr. Assume has been passed by Renz there, and Renz and Assume going wheel to wheel. And that's the first overtake on track in about 2 laps. So yeah, Mr. Assume and Renz going wheel to wheel through turn 4. So yeah, Mr. Olaf, calling the P16, adds in P17 after his spin, and Stabby is P18 after his spin as well. So back to the top of the field, DZ leading the way, Welsh Jack P2, Stanners in P3, Jaeger P4. We have got a caution, and that is Stabby round again. Grumpy, I'm trying my best, mate. I'm trying my best. I am just talking. I'm just rambling, mate. I am just going to ramble. Stabby's gone round again. He's now got hot tyres. It's a one-off. The comms aren't going to be as good as they used to be. Blame myself. I unplugged my mic and it won't plug back in, basically. And Loveland was just sat there. He was just sat there twiddling his thumbs, going, Tom, are you okay? Anyway, Mr. Kieran Ham going wheel to wheel here. Out of turn one they go, and Ham has now got the inside line. Goes, sends it right up the inside here, and Kieran now is going to try and hold it around the outside. They touch wheels, and Kieran gets the motor to P10. Mr. Crispy's got a good view of this one, but Kieran going to try and launch it back on him, is he? Surely he is not through here. And no, Kieran backs out of it and stays in P10. Ham slides his way through the corner there, and now Kieran currently back in P10. Ham in P9. Can Kieran get a move done? I don't think he can. Definitely not through the chicane area, and probably not until the DRS straight, because Ham doesn't have DRS. So we'll keep an eye on this battle, because it's the closest battle on track, and unless Ham can get a bit of a wiggle on, he is not going to have DRS on the back of BXM. So Kieran here. Ow! Bloody hell, Kieran saves it, just about saves it, almost sends it into the barriers, and Ham has now got DRS. So that battle has now been wiped away, because Ham has got DRS, Kieran will have it. So they won't be able to, catch up, basically. BXM didn't get it there. BXM did not get DRS on the back of Jed. I don't know how, but he didn't. So back up to the top of the field. We're on to lap 6 now of 35. DZ. He's doing a good job. He got pole position. His teammate currently sat in P5. I'm sure he would like a little bit more help than he's getting. He's got 2 Hungary FG drivers right behind him in Welsh Jack and Stanners. DZ, who I believe is pretty high up in the leaderboards, from what I was told. So he is definitely one of the favourites for the race, and he is doing a pretty decent job of it so far. Looking at battles on track, we might be back on board with Ham here, because Mr. BXM does not have DRS on the back of Ched. So Ham closing into the back of BXM, and when we get to the DRS straight, might be launching an attack if he's close enough. I don't know how close you actually have to be for an overtake round here. But we'll keep an eye on this one as they come to start the straight very soon, and Stabby with a penalty. The first penalty of the lobby. So BXM then is going to be under pressure from Ham. Is Ham close enough? And I don't think he is. And he isn't. He is not close enough at all. So Ham's going to have to stay in P9 and BXM stays in P8. This is a very stale race at the moment, lads. There is not a lot of overtaking. So Loveland, you probably did well to get out on this one. So lap 7 of 35. The lead has not changed since the start of the race. I think we've had maybe 1 overtake on track in 6 laps. BXM's awful through that corner there, and now Ham is right on the back of him. BXM will once again probably not have DRS here on the back of Ched, and Ched on their mediums is starting to lose time to the exotic planes as well. So the medium's starting to fall off a little bit in comparison to the hard tyre. So when does Ched and Kieran and all them medium runners start to think to pit? So is Ham going to get close enough? He probably needs to be, what, 5 tenths behind? 4-5 tenths behind if he wants to get a move done. So definitely keeping an eye on this battle here, because Ham is looking hungry and he's on the back of BXM. Here comes around the final corner here. He's going to have a launch here, DRS activated for him, and I think he's close enough, lads. He is close enough and he's gaining. You can see him gaining, and it's going to be an easy move for him, Mr. Ham, on the back of BXM, and BXM is demoted down to P9. So Ham, he waited for his opportunity and he got it, and he's now going to be closing into the back of Ched. Ched, who started in the mediums, has not got any DRS on the back of exotic planes, and Ham should be looking for an overtake very soon. Mr. Olaf is currently sat P17 on the back of Ads. Mr. Ads for Bunga had a bit of a spin lap 1 or lap 2. Let's go back on board with Daisy. How's Daisy getting on at the top of the field? currently sat P1. You've Welsh Jack here as well. ERS levels, pretty same. Mr. Jaeger on a full battery. Look at him go. Look at Mr. Jaeger go. With a full battery. Mr. Cavius as well. He's got half a battery and go down. Everyone else is depleting loads. So lap 8 of 35. Is Welsh Jack close enough for an overtake? And I don't think he is. He is just going to be harvesting his battery, isn't he? And he is harvesting. Is Ham close enough to the back of Ched? He is not. Medium runners. When do we reckon medium runners are going to come into pit? Maybe like lap 15 or so? Maybe 13? Yeah, Ched is losing a lot of time to Exotic now. He was about 9/10 behind him. He's now 1.8. So he is losing a lot of time here. And Ham is all over the back of him now. So starting on the mediums doesn't look like it's paid off for them. It really doesn't. He's losing a lot of time. So Ham should be getting an overtake done on the straight, you'd reckon. Definitely not, FJ. Definitely not. Well, it might be possible, but it'll be very slow. It won't be the optimal strategy. I think hard medium's the optimal. I don't think starting on the mediums was the call, if I'm being totally honest, because Ched is going to be under pressure here. You can see him sliding through the corners. And Ham, you got an overtake on BXM on the last lap. I don't know if he's close enough to back of Ched here. I don't know if he's close enough, but he's closing in on him. And the answer is no, he's not close enough. So Ham is going to have to wait round again. Might launch an attack here with DRS, but got a bad exit, and he definitely won't. So Mr. Ched has got Ham right behind him now. And he's going to be waiting for his move, waiting for his opportunity. Oh, God. Why is TikTok? Come on, my phone. Turn off. Get off. I shouldn't be watching TikTok. I didn't mean to. I clicked it by accident. Anyway, Ham has got to move. He's got to move in the window here. He's got, it's there. He's waiting for it. Mr. Olaf gets a penalty. Couple of penalties now for the two drivers at the back of the grid. Olaf and Stabby are the only two drivers, and they're currently sat P17 and 18. So Ham, when did you go for your move? Surely it's a straight. Because Ched, I think he lost about 7/10 this lap. Roughly about 7/10. So Ham is wanting to get a move done here. Otherwise, he's going to get slowed down as well. And Ched is starting to form a bit of a train here, all the way down to Partick. I think Ham is going for it. Ham is going for it here. He's turned his ERS off now. Surely he's turning it back on again. He's turning it on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Dives it up the inside here of Ched. Ched turns in a little bit. Up at the inside, Ham goes here. And now BXM is also now on the back as well. Ched on the medium, struggling out there. He is struggling out there, and Ham gets himself into P7 and should sail off into the distance now, leaving Ched and BXM. No, leaving Ched for BXM basically, because he's now on the hard tyre. And Ched has a bad exit again. He is struggling on their mediums. Ched fuel. Oh yeah, very good spot. Very good spot, Grumpy. Has anyone else got the fuel warning light? No, it's only Ched. Oh, Mr. BXM wants a move done. Oh, you don't see many moves through here, let me tell you for free. So, Mr. BXM, and Ched's going to go wide there. He does go wide, he saves it. Ched is bloody struggling out there. He is sliding through the corners. I don't know how much grip these mediums have got. We can see exotic CRS. It is 10%. Kenya. There you go, son. So Mr. BXM then, round the final corner he goes. Ched stays out for another lap. He will have DRS though, but I don't think he's got much to help himself because BXM is all over the back of him here. And Ched shouldn't really be fighting these drivers. He's on a different strategy. He's just going to slow himself even more. Mr. BXM, from a bloody mile back, sends it up the inside. I think there was a bit of carnage between Crispy and Kieran here. And Ched, is Ched going to send it back on him? He surely isn't. He bloody is. God, oh no. Mr. BXM and Ched, there's going to be a yellow flag here. 100%. Ched, oh my God. Go blimey. Tez has requested a fact. I'll give you a fact, Tez. And the fact is, me mic's fucked. After 2 years. Headphones they were. Little earphones, £2.50 earphones from Tesco. They served me well. They did. And now they're broken. So yeah. There's a fact for you, mate. So I'm going to have to go back to Tesco and get some new ones. I think I got me money's worth, to be fair. And I can't complain. It was a good move, to be fair. No, it was, oh shoots, it was. It was actually a good move. I don't think Ched expected it, if I'm being totally honest. Ched definitely didn't expect it. Nothing has happened at the top of the field here. The top six haven't changed positions at all since the start. I don't think they have. Boring bastards. Yeah, it's literally been all the midfield. All the moves have been done. Oh, that's a bit of lag from Ched. Bloody hell. Oh no! Whoa! Oh, Ched's left the session. Oh, Jesus Christ. Kieran, mate, for a second then I was wondering what the fuck you were doing, if I'm being totally honest. And Ched is now going to deplete to the back of the field. Hit him so hard he lagged out. I'll get him back in. Invite to game. Alright, he's back in. Hit him so hard he lagged out. I love that. That's a good one from you, Tez. That's a good one. Ham 4 seconds behind Exotic. That was down to Ched and BX and Kieran on the mediums. But yeah, the top 6 have not changed positions. Can someone do something, please? Can we have a bit of movement? You know, I'm not asking for much, lads. You know, just something. Exotic is struggling now. Look at his ERS. Stabby with another penalty. Exotic now, yeah, he's out with DRS as well. 5% battery. The rest of them have got over 40 odd. And Exotic looks like he might be getting left for dust here. He needs a couple of good corners here to get onto the back of Cavius. Ads is starting to catch onto the back of a shoe. But they're currently sat in P15 and P14. Back on board with Exotic. Can he get himself back into DRS here? Because you'd think if he can't get into it this lap, then he's probably toast. He is burning a little bit if he's got any left. 1.2 seconds. It is not looking good, bruv. It is not looking good. 1.2 seconds. The DRS detection point is coming up here. And I do not believe Exotic will be getting it. And he will not be getting it. So Exotic will now start to get left behind here from the front 5. There's not a lot he can do. That gap is going to increase to probably about 1.6, 1.7 by the end of the next lap. You can see it increasing now 1.4. DRS again activated for the front 5, and you'll see this go to about 1.6, lads. Very soon, very quickly indeed. And there you go, 1.5 already, and on cue 1.6. No, he's not going to do it, is he? Anyway, ads on the back of a shoe. Ched Pitts comes out in P15. And Stabby gets passed by Renz. And the top 6, now top 5, stay as they are. Gap to leader, of course. There you go. There's your gap to leader, says. So if I don't know if. I don't think Exotic could undercut anyone, really. Well, he could undercut a couple of drivers, but it's too early for them to be pitted. They want to be pit, what, lap 20, 21? It's been a very clean race, to be honest, lads. Because not a lot's happened, if I'm being totally honest with you. Not a lot's happened at all. We have got movement, and that is because Crispy has pit. Crispy comes in after lap 15 on the mediums. BRT on top. Currently sat P14, P15 Zinks. I don't think they are. P12 and P14 now. Oh, P15, sorry. Because Mr. Ads has got himself ahead of a shoe. Renz sets the fastest lap of the race. And Shed moves himself into P14 because he overtook Crispy, who had just pit. Stabby has been demoted as well because he's into the pits again. I think that's the second time he's pit now. Or is it? No, it's not. He just spun. He just spun. So, lap 16 of 35. We're getting close to halfway through the race. We're getting close to halfway. There we go. Stanners is pit. Lads, if he goes mediums, isn't that dead early? Surely he's gone early, hasn't he? No? Is that not early? He's doing more laps on the mediums than he's done hards. How does that work? Anyway, what do I know? I'll just commentate. So Stanners comes out in P9 here. Ads will not have a chance on him. Oh, Exotic got caught in a bit of traffic here. He's going to have a Shoon, Basher and Ads in between him. So this might not have worked here for Exotic. Exotic might have just pit into a bit of traffic here. Unless Ads and a Shoon pit this lap, Exotic could be in trouble here. He could be. Stanners is going for the undercut. But yeah, look at Exotic now. He's caught to the back of these two and he's going to get slowed down massively. Unless he can manage his way to get through it, and he can't. He can't get past the shoe. And he's going to get slowed down and down and down. Unless he can dive it up the inside. But he's going to get desperate. Welsh Jack comes into pit. He gets past one of them. Def will cost him a little bit. And once again, closing onto the back of Ads and getting slowed down even further. Welsh Jack comes into the pits. Exotic getting desperate. Can he get a move done? He will have DRS though. And he should get past him. But coming out in traffic did not help him. Welsh Jack comes out well ahead of him. So the undercut did not work there for Exotic. He probably lost time. He did lose time. So FG currently at P8, P9. TTM is still yet to pit. And to be honest, TTM, they can't even double stack this lap. So TTM are going for the long run here. Interesting strategies coming into play here, lads. TTM might stay out a bit longer, if I'm being totally honest. They genuinely might stay out a bit longer. Yeah, Daisy stays out and Cave. Yeah, do you know what? I can see why. I can see why they're staying out. I can. They're not risking getting stuck in traffic or anything because it's very busy where they would come out. It's a sensible decision, I think. Obviously, they're going to get undercut, but they'll make that time up easy. They will make that time up. And he's currently sat in P13. Rage, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Stabby has crashed. Oh, he's lost all his wing. Safety car. That would save TTM, wouldn't it? Well, it wouldn't save them, but I don't see how it works. TTM here, track position is so key. It is, Rage, but however, I think they'd rather do this than come out and get stuck in traffic. Because they'll probably come out, well, they will come out right behind Exotic and Jaeger, I believe. We'll see. DZ might pit this lap. I can see DZ pitting this lap, if I'm being honest. God, I'm good. God, I'm good. So DZ will probably come out just behind Jaeger. Here goes Ched then on the back of a shoe. Stabby did retire in the pits. Up the inside, Ched goes here. And Kieran and Welsh Jack gets ahead of him. So let's see where DZ comes out. No, they've got medium, so shoots. DZ is going to come out just behind Jaeger, is he? He is. Oh, behind Exotic. Right behind them. So this was the issue. Stanners and Welsh Jack have now gained 5 seconds on TTM for an undercut. 5 seconds, 15 laps. I think TTM have got this. If I mean, from my what's the word? I don't know what the word is. My view, yeah, my view. I have a feeling TTM will still win this race. We are going to end the gap to leader because we don't need it anymore. Because everyone's pit. Looks like Partick is back than Stanners, and Stanners has got ahead of him. And Welsh Jack, this is going to help TTM. This is going to help TTM massively. Oh, Partick just lets him go. Well, he was coming into pit. Cavius has also come into pit. DZ is now right on the behind Exotic here. And let's see where Cavius comes out. We've got some movement at the top of the field, and Stanners gets himself ahead of BXM, who is currently on 20 lap old hards, and Welsh Jack all over the back of him now, of BXM as well. And BXM is about to lose 2 positions here from both FG drivers. Up the inside, Welsh Jack goes. BXM can't defend that one, and he's demoted down to P4. So Cavius comes out right behind DZ. Well, not right behind him, actually. Comes out 4 seconds behind DZ. What the fuck happened to Cavius? Was he? He wasn't 4.7 seconds behind him, was he? Nah, he was only 2 seconds. He was only 2 seconds behind DZ when DZ pit. Something's happened to Cavius there. Can we see warnings? Who would you like to see? Because I'm not going for everyone. Give me a couple of names. Something defo happened to Cavius there. Ham is into the pits. BXM should come into the pits, and he does. So it leaves FG in a 1-2 position here. They are bloody running away with tier 1 here, aren't they? Anyway, DZ on the back of Exotic. Exotic cannot defend it. Oh my god. That looked a bit dangerous. Going for a switchback. Oh, bloody hell. Timmy Knops loves a switchback here. Mr. Exotic can't get it done. And DZ stays ahead. BXM getting demoted down to P13. Probably P14. Yeah, P14 for him. So, TTM were leading the way, didn't pit. I still think DZ's in a good position here. I thought he swagged him for a second. Kieran's gone soft tyres. It's a very interesting, bold decision. Right then. I wonder what happened to Cavius. If anyone in the TTM camp can let me know what happened to Cavius, could I miss that? Jaeger's flying. He's looking good. But so's Daisy. Daisy is in a... I'm still backing him. Me 50p would be going on Daisy here. Daisy gets fastest lap as well. Bloody hell, look at the speed he's got. Look at the straight line speed he's rocking now. You might have enough traction. Oh, no. Actually, you might do, you know. You might have enough traction here. Bloody hell. Mr. Deezy goes into P3. Jaeger demoted down to P4. Deezy's on a mission here, lads. I'll give it back, Tez. Fastest lap for ads. I'll give it back. We've got some movement here. Looks like Kieran got himself ahead. And he loses a position to Ham as well. Right, Tez, it's been refunded. There you go. Thank me later. Oh, Ren's bloody hell! Mr. BXM gets past him. Ren's skating on the curb there. Skating on the curb it was. So, Mr. Stanners and FG, they have got a hungry Daisy in behind them here. And he is hungry. He is not at his team. Yeah, but DW, when Daisy pit, KVS was only 2 seconds behind him. And when he came out, he was like 4.9 seconds. Oh, Kieran's... Oh, he's retired in the pits. Oh, I got excited then. I got excited. Renz is retired. Oh, he's retired in the pits as well. Can you stop retiring the pits, please? Renz, you're P14. Why have you've just cost your team like 2 points? Anyway. Hey, if I was a team manager and my drivers retired in the pits when they were in the points, mate, I'd be fuming. I'd be fuming. Like, I understand. I always said this. When I was the academy manager at AM, I always said, right, the only way that literally I will understand you retiring in the... Someone spun. Oh no, Shed got. The only way is if you've got, you know, when you had like the standard damage and you got like side pod damage. If you had side pod damage and it was literally unbearable driving, I can understand that because I was driving myself. I'd understand. Or if you're a lap down and you can't unlap yourself, I understand. But if you're in the points and you're just a mile behind everyone, that's no excuse to retire. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion anyway. Mr. Turbo and Crispy. Oh, Turby has been hit off track a little bit there. He might be a bit angry. Please don't be too angry. Please. Oh my god. Whew. Hello, Oakley. How are you, mate? You alright? I'll do a bit of ASMR. We've got a yellow flag, and it's BXM. Did he reset the track? Did he reset the track then, lads, or not? Or did he save it? Because he got back quickly. Ooh, did he reset then? Ched's retired! He's out! Oh! It's a safety car! Oh, Ched. Oh. 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 Guess what I get to do now, lads? Safe. like that. God, I'm good with technology, me. Bloody hell, why is everyone braking so heavy? Jesus Christ. Who do we need to watch here? Exotic, I think. I think we need to watch Exotic. I mean, there's definitely going to be some carnage here, Oaks, mate. Anyway, DZ has gone here. Exotic Planes, though, on newer tyres than them all, is the man to be watching here. We have got some soft runners in behind, Stanners as well, BXM on the back of Ham. BXM looking for a move early on Hammy. He goes diving up the inside, makes a bit of contact, almost spins himself out, does spin himself out, collects Stanners, he's gone round. Mr. Sam has also gone round. Absolute carnage at the back of the field from Mr. BXM there. So FG, who had the 1-2 in the bag, absolute carnage. Oh, more carnage. BXM and Mr. Ashu. Oh my goodness me. What is going on here at the back of the grid? We've got movement at the top here, and Jaeger and Mr. Tavia switch positions, and Exotic Planes needs to get a move done, but it's his teammate. He can't get a move done. Surely there's going to be team orders. Surely there's going to be team orders down here at ART. Surely there's going to be team orders here. Surely there's going to be team... You'd expect some team orders, wouldn't you, lads? Honestly, you'd expect it. There you go. Right then, there you go. There's your team orders. Yeah, pitting so late. So TTM are leading the way here. Stanner's back at the grid. Unfortunate for him. Welsh Jack now on the back of Ads as well. And you've got Turbo on the back of Partick Thistle. Exotic Planes is the man to be watching as Turbo takes a little bit too much in the final corner. Looks like Welsh Jack had a bit of a spin as well. FG were 1-2 a couple of laps ago. Their lead is going to get absolutely demolished by TTM here if they can keep a 1-2, but they can't keep a 1-2 because Exotic is into P2 himself. Jaeger gets passed by Partick Thistle, doing a very good little race here. Mr. Jaeger now into P6, and Cavius has somehow got himself back into P2 ahead of Exotic Planes. This is helping DZ out massively. Absolutely great. Cavius, the absolute boss. Look at him slowing down Exotic here. This is great teamwork here from Cavius. Mr. DZ is going into the distance here. I'm losing my voice. This is absolutely great racing. It is just me today, lads. We had some mic issues. Oh, right, I'm brave, and compose yourself, and go again. So, lap 29 of 35, DZ is leading the way. His teammate is currently helping out massively. He is currently sat in P2. Cavius and the mediums TTM are currently sat in a 1-2, but Exotic Planes is looking racy. He's looking quick. He's on the newer tyres and he wants the position done. Jaeger gets the motor down to P7, but he wants to move back and he's going to send it up the inside of Turbo. Mr. Turbo now squeezes him a little bit, but he stays there. Mr. Jaeger gets passed by Ads, and Ads is into P7 now. And Mr. Jaeger is going to lose another position. He's losing another position, and Mr. Welsh Jack and Jaeger gets a penalty for that. That'll probably get removed. And now BXM on the back of Jaeger. Oh no, oh no. Brace your side pods. Brace your side pods, lads. Brace them. Mr. Olaf and Ham wheel to wheel, and Olaf gets himself into P12, back on board with TTM. They're still 1-2. Ads is losing positions. It looks like there's a yellow flag. I don't know who for, but Mr. TTM boys are going wheel to wheel with Exotic, and Exotic gets himself into P2. This is absolutely carnage, absolutely great racing. Goes wide, Exotic does there. And Mr. KV is now on the back of him, but TTM do not have the buffer that they once had. Cavius was helping out DZ massively, but DZ now has a racy Exotic Planes all over the back of him. And I say this every time, lads, Mr. Exotic Planes, he has never won an AEC race. He's never won a race in Tier 1. He had a chance at France. He was winning the race, penultimate corner, his tyres popped. Is this the day that Exotic Planes wins a race in AEC? And we are going to find out as we start lap 31 very soon. Exotic Planes, is this your opportunity to get into P1 here? Round the final corner he goes. Here we go then. Mr. Exotic Planes on the newer tyres. DZ goes defensive very early. He goes up back into the middle, and Exotic is going to send it up the inside. Right up the inside he goes, and Exotic Planes is in to P1. He has DRS as well, and he should now clear off into the distance. Mr. Cavey is losing positions to Partick and Crispy. Mr. Crispy getting himself onto the podium now. He's currently sat in P3. Jaeger and Assume. Wheel to wheel. Mr. Assume is now into P8. Jaeger down to P9. I'm probably going to lose my voice, lads, but I'm trying my best because I love you all. So Exotic Plains down to P1, and he is now surely going to clear off into the distance. His tyre is 6 laps newer than Deezy, and he's on the level of Crispy and Partick. Partick, who has a penalty, I believe it's 3 seconds. It is 3 seconds for Partick as well. So that's going to knock him down a little bit, but Partick, having a good race to be fair. His teammate retired in the pits, but Partick, currently sat in P4, might be looking for a move back on of Crispy. Olaf, 3-second penalty for him, and he loses a bit into Stanners as well. Stanners moves down into P11. There's more movement happening. I think Cavius has lost the position to Welsh Jack. Something's happened to Cavius. Cavius, he might have damage. He genuinely might have damage of some sort, or something's happened to Cavius. Not 100% sure what, but we might get some information from the lads. Anyway, lap 32 or 35 is underway. 4 laps to go. I'm probably going to lose my voice, but I'm trying my best to keep it going. Mr. BXM, brace your side pods, lads. He is coming for Cavius. Currently sat in P7. If he has a good exit here, Cavius might need to be careful. BXM, no. P7 for him. Partick Thistle having a very good race here. Where did he qualify? He qualified in P18. He qualified last year. A quali ban, of course he did. He had a quali ban, so he's having a really good race. That penalty is going to hamper him. And we'll see what can happen. No, Mr. BXM gets a penalty in that. Let me tell you, that might not be the only penalty he gets. He is on a few now, I think. 3 seconds for him. Olaf is on 6. So, 32 or 35, 3.5 laps to go. Deezy, I think he's going to have to settle for P2 here. Exotic Plains, he's waited for his AEC win, and it could be coming very soon indeed for him. It's been very deserved. The safety car may have helped him, and FG will feel a bit aggrieved that they didn't have the 1-2 because of what the safety car hitting them hard. But yeah, Partick in his home GP as well. Cheers, Ramon, for letting me know that. He's having a good race. He is having a good race, and Crispy on the back of Deezy here, and Deezy, he might lose 2 positions here because Partick is coming from as well, and he goes down to P3, Deezy does, but Partick gaining and gaining and gaining, not enough though. BXM gets past Cavius, and Cavius gets knocked down to P7. He doesn't have damage, he's just some slower tyres. I forgot that. So, 3 laps to go of the race. Deezy wheel to wheel here with Partick. Partick is going to have a dodgy line through here, and Deezy gets forced off track a little bit, and Partick is up into P3. Who's this? Welsh Jack goes up the inside there, and Welsh Jack on the soft tyre gets ahead of Deezy, and Welsh Jack might still get himself on the podium here. He still might get on the podium. Dams, they pitted on the safety car for softs, and it's not worked out for them. But then again, where would they be if they didn't pit? So they were kind of in no man's land, Dams, because if they didn't pit now, they would be where Deezy and Cavius are. So there's not a lot. They didn't really have much choice, if I'm being totally honest. So where they are now is probably where they'd be anyway, if I'm being totally honest with you. 40 people in the chat. I appreciate you all. It was meant to be me in Loveland, but my mic broke, so it's just me. Took through my laptop. Fun. Anyway, 2 laps to go of the race. Exotic Plains. I don't want to call it early, but it is a race to lose. Clouds are starting to come in as well, but I think it's a bit too late for that. It might settle down a little bit now, to be honest. The race has definitely settled down now. Any last lap carnage? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. To be fair, on a whole, it's been a clean race. I think apart from the BXM incident, there wasn't really any ones. Apart from that. The lead will get diminished a little bit, I think. Not by a lot, but it will get... TTM will definitely close the gap on FGE. Maybe by like 10 points. Something like that. I don't know exactly how many points, but it'll be a few. So lads, we are starting the final lap here. Exotic Plains, he's got 1 lap to bring it home. And then I can never take the piss out of him for his tyres popping at France. So no pressure, mate. No pressure. Partick Thistle, with that penalty, will P5, P6 for him. Mr. Assuming Jaeger going wheel to wheel. There is rain. There is rain. I said there was clouds coming in. There was a few drops of rain then. Or am I dreaming? I think I'm dreaming. There's no rain. There's no rain. I don't know what I'm seeing, love. I don't know what I'm seeing. Anyway, last lap is on the way. Exotic Plains is leading the race here. He got saved by the safety car. It fucked their FG really hard. They were 1-2, and they are now P4 and P11. It helps you, it hates you. That is what the safety car does. Ask Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, final set of the race, Exotic Plains. Like I said earlier, lads. Season 4 in France. He was at this point. He was here. It was his race to lose. And his tyres popped. And he had a moment. And he ended up losing the race. And it is looking very good for him as he comes around the final corner. And Exotic Plains takes their checkered flag. Crispy comes home in P2, Partick P3, goes down to P6, I think, P5 on penalties. TTM finish in P4, P6, FG finish P9, P3. Welsh Jack gets on the podium, fair play to him. BXM 11th, Olaf 12th, Ads 13 and Turbo 14. Everyone who finishes will be in the points after everyone else DNFing. Exotic Plains, fair play. Fair play. So AERT win the race there. I would say more clean than not clean race. I think BXM might be in trouble. Yeah, he might be. He might be in trouble. But we'll see. Anyway, I need to order a mic anyway. I need to go and order a mic because I don't want to talk from my laptop anymore. So classifications are here. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. You know, give me a message later, say that you enjoyed it. Fill my ego up a bit, please. I only do one comms a week now. I'm on my retirement phase, you know. Right then, Exotic Plains wins the race. Crispy P2 after starting P15. Fair play. Welsh Jack P3, DZ P4, Partick P5. Very good race for him. Cavius P6, Hammond 7, Assume in 8, Stanners 9, Jaeger 10, BXM 11, Olaf 12, Ads 13, and Turbo comes home in 14. Ched doesn't get classified. No, he didn't. Right then, so back up to the top. And that is it, lads. That is the end of the race. We'll catch you next week, Wednesday. I don't know where we are. Let's check. Austria. We're at Austria next week. So we'll see that for that. Very close quality at Austria, or it has been in previous seasons. So yeah, I'll catch you then, lads. Once again, sorry about the mic. I will sort it out. I hope you enjoyed the comms. I need a drink of water because my voice is going to die. Adios. Peace. I hope you enjoyed the stream.